Everybody join in here 1 second, please. Do 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 do. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today. And it was definitely a Fed day today. So, and we had a bunch of earnings that came out this morning with some of our guesses yesterday. So that was fun. I think we had a couple winners and a couple losers too. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, today we're going to be continuing that series, and tonight we're going to guess Amazon. So we're going to guess Amazon. So. That should be a fun one, but before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and see where we left off in the market today, and then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. And then we're going to take a look at the topic, and then we'll go through questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right, good stuff. Awesome. So good. So SPX, guys, down about 82 cents today. It was Fed day today. Definitely felt like it. So the price action definitely was definitely reminded us of a Fed day today. We're still pretty choppy here on the weekly chart with the green monthly chart. Daily chart. Wow, inside day here today, guys. Let me remove a couple of these lines that we're using intraday here. Yeah, inside day today, guys, and a doji day too. So pretty interesting stuff. We'll see if we take any sort of direction going into tomorrow. If the market starts to pick up, or if it starts to pull back, right? So one of the things we are looking at is potential for a pullback. So as you can see here, guys, our Elliott wave count is looking pretty interesting. It still could turn into an expanding flat. That's the hardest part about wave Bs, right? Because this thing could work its way up. But it is possible, right, that we have this impulsive wave down, A, B, C, wave B, and then boom, we get another impulsive wave down, fill this gap, and then we see where we go from there, right? So I'm kind of leaning on the bearish side, but we'll see how it goes going into tomorrow. You never know; they could continue to plow this thing up and more fresh all-time highs, right? And we go from there. So tomorrow's price action will be very interesting, right? So we got 2 more trading days left this week, and we'll see what they have in store. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. So it looks like the chop is continuing a little bit from today. So we're down about 75 cents right now. Really kind of EKG type price action right here. And for the most part, we were in a triangle for the majority of the day until the Fed, right? So we kind of had this tight action today, and then boom, the Fed kind of broke the bottom of the triangle, broke the top of the triangle, and now we're just kind of chopping here after hours. So we'll see what we have in store tonight. Let's see if we can hold this geometric line. If we do, right, they might get constructive, and before you know it, we'll be at all-time highs. If we break down below here, and if we lose the lows from during the day overnight, then things can get a little bit sketchy, and that wave C might be a possibility. So let's keep an eye on that going into tonight. Of course, all these levels here we provide in the bubble report every morning for our members and in the Discord. They make great levels to trade against, right? We have these signal zones, geometric lines, right? Bounce, right? So all sorts of good stuff. Look where we bounce there off of all those levels in the signal zone as well. So cool stuff there. All right, so good stuff, guys. Again, let's talk about earnings, right? So how did we do yesterday? So we got a couple guesses out there for what might be happening going into tomorrow. So we've got Facebook, we guessed would be down, right? So let's take a look at Facebook here and see how that's looking here after earnings tonight. So Facebook so far looks like it's down. So we'll see where we open tomorrow, but that might be a win for us tomorrow morning. So that looks pretty good here so far. Boeing, we guess going into the open would be an up. And so that looks like a win here too. We had a nice gap up here today, so that was we'll check that off as a win. And unfortunately, it looks like Shop we guessed as an up yesterday just because it's such a strong company, and they crushed on earnings. They really beat on earnings. But this really Shop ended up really just kind of being chopped. So that's a miss on that one here going into today. We're right on the right on that they would do well with earnings, but not so good here in between, right? So what do you guys think? Anybody that's out there, what do you think is going to happen to Amazon going into tomorrow? That could be an interesting one. So Amazon is tomorrow night. So that's the last of really the big names, right? The heaviest weighted names on the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq that are going to report. And so those are kind of the big ones. After that, then we can go back to trading as normal, pretty much, right? So Amazon's looking pretty interesting, right? Let's see if we can figure out the wave count on this one and see if it makes sense. I mean, this thing's just been crazy, right? We're holding the geometric line here so far. We had an inside day today. You can kind of look at this as an impulsive wave up, right? We might actually be working on a larger wave 3 up here. This kind of looks like a potential wave 1, right? So this little push up here. right? And we kind of have this ABC wave 2. You can even call this a wave 2 right here, and this is kind of the start of this. And you got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, wave 3. Right, maybe we're working on A, B, C, wave 4, right? Maybe 4 here, and then we go into wave 5 starting tomorrow. So that's a possibility for Amazon, right? So if they beat on earnings, we can work our way up. So, guys, I mean, I have pretty much no doubt in my mind that Amazon's going to beat on earnings and revenue. The real question is, are they going to gap up or not, right? And that's really all that matters, right? If you're trying to trade lottos and stuff like that, right? So, I think we gap up tomorrow. I think into Friday. I think it gaps up, but I don't think we have a big move. So I'm going to say up on Amazon, and we'll see how much it moves. I'm not confident that it's going to be like a 200-point move. I think the market maker expected move on Amazon is, let's take a look and see. Amazon's expected move going into earnings into tomorrow is 132 points. So we could probably assume by tomorrow that wherever we close, it'll probably be about 150 points with the volatility. So maybe we do gap up to like this 3,900 area, this 3,800 area. If it is the case, then hey, it works its way to the upside, and it's good to go. So we'll see how that goes. So far, our track record. Let's double check this and see how things are going right here. So we had yesterday we had 2 out of 3. The day before, we had Apple is choppy, and that we ended up getting Apple as a choppy move, so that was a win. We said AMD was going to be down, so that was a miss, and we said Google was going to be a down, and that was a miss. So right now we've got 3. We got 3 out of 6 right now, so we're batting 50%. What do you know? Like we say, guys, guessing on earnings is about a 50-50 odds, and we're at about that. So Amazon's going to be the tiebreaker going into tomorrow to see if we can get a 50% win rate off of guessing off of earnings, and that was the whole kind of the idea right here. So let's see what Amazon does tomorrow, and then we'll kind of review and kind of wrap up there for tomorrow's session. So good stuff there, guys. At this point now, if anybody's got any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll go through as many as we can, try to wrap up as early as possible, and so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. So good stuff there. So options, Rock sent a few in via Twitter, so let's take a look at these and see what we got going on. So we've got Loco. Wow. Okay. So wild move here today, right? That was nasty. That'll take out a bunch of stops, right, on Loco. So it's a pretty wild move right there. Again, still tracking this geometric line. Can we get? They tried, came back under it. Let's see if we can break above that with some volume. We've got Wow. Let's take a look at Wow. So Wow again, starting to still looking like a rising wedge right here. Kind of got below the 80 MA a little bit. So just keep an eye on if we get a big volume close below the 80 MA, it might be trying to take that rising wedge down. So that's one to keep an eye on there too. Let's take a look at Trip. Trip had a good day the other day. Tried to work its way up here today, but still grinding up, and it's holding the 200-day moving average, so it's got that going for it. PD. PD, again, still looks like it's trying to move right here, but having trouble getting any sort of strong candle off of that last really nice move up right here. So it might be trying to flag here a little bit. So, again, let's see if it might work a couple days to the cloud, and then see if it tries to bounce out of there. And Vizio. Let's take a look at Vizio. All right, well, this actually looks like a potential doji sandwich down, right? You look for a potential measured move down, sideways, down, and you got this gap down here too. So look at that as a potential target if things get weak on it going into tomorrow. So, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So good stuff. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing great. And Shirley sent a few in via email, so let's take a look at those. We got AMD on the radar, naturally. So that was a big move on earnings today. We thought it was going to gap down. It didn't, right, because we had this wave count right here. We thought we'd get a little bit more of a pullback, and then ended up launching its way up today. Now, honestly, it would have been just kind of a flat move, which means that if we got a lotto either way today, we probably would have been crushed on it, right? So anybody who was patient, they just didn't dump their position. If they still had some, may have made a little bit of money on some calls today. But for the most part, it was bullish, right? So we got a nice reversal on this here today. Very, very strong move, and actually gave some great intraday trade opportunities on it. So it was good on the intraday on AMD. So we'll see if that continues to get some follow through. It's kind of inching its way to the top of the trend box, but it's really got to break above today's highs to get going. So Unity software, wow, this looks great. So what a strong move on this one today. That looks really good. That I want to put that on the bullish radar as well. That looks really nice going into tomorrow. Let me add that to the watch list. I love this this breakout candle right here. I love how we cleared a bunch of levels, and it looks really strong. So let's see if Unity is getting ready to go going into tomorrow. Let me add that to the bullish radar. So let me add that there. That looks great. All right, awesome. Great find on that one. All right, cool. What else? Let's take a look and see. So you got DKNG on the radar too. Let's take a look. DKNG. Oh yeah, DKNG looks good. Look at that breakout out of the geometric line. That looks strong there too. It looks like it's got room to get to the 200-day moving average. So definitely keep an eye on DKNG. Looking good. TTD. TTD is still continuing to work its way up. Again, good relative strength on this one. And X. Let's take a look at this one here too. So X, nice close there over the 50-day moving average. Watch, you got earnings coming up on this one Friday, 8 in the morning. So let's see how that goes through earnings. So good stuff there. JMOS, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at CLF. CLF. Yeah, really nice on this one too. This one's been very, very strong here recently. Look at that. Great close above that recent level too. That looks like it could get some more upside movement, so definitely keep an eye on that one. PDD. Morningstar reversal, right? Morningstar reversal. Nice close here. Looks like it closed above 50% of the range of that prior candle after this this gap down move. So let's see if we get some follow through the upside. Big volume on this one. Just obviously a little caution long term on these Chinese names. But one of the theories out there is that China's probably going to back down a little bit because it does affect bond pricing, the yuan and stuff like that too. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see how it goes here. But nice recoveries on a lot of these names. Good stuff. Angela, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, let's take a look at CRWD. CRWD with an inside day here today, getting tight. So could be working on a bit of a bull flag right here, right? So or maybe even a pennant-ish type move right there. So see if we can kind of break out of that range. So that's looking nice and tight. And BABA. Again, lots of call activity on this one, guys. Another Morningstar reversal on this one, too. I don't know if I call the other one Evening Star reversal, but Morningstar reversal on this one. Definitely keep an eye on BABA. We had some more. We put this in the bubble report this morning with some unusual call activity. And, not this one, but the other day we did. And, no, today we did. We profiled it. We also had it hit our Discord yesterday with our flaming flow. And it had more flaming flow today. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of buying going on. Huge volume on this stuff right here. So continue to keep an eye on BABA, see if it works its way up. Love it. Good stuff there. Abdul Muslim, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's take a look at Square. So Square with an inside day today. Looks like it's down a little bit in sympathy with PayPal. I think PayPal had a miss on earnings, or at least a rough after effect there. So a little bit rough there. So I think Square is down with PayPal. So just kind of keep an eye on it and see if they can buy the dip on this one. Good relative strength on that. So let's see how it looks tomorrow pre-market. Right, look at your pre-market pivots on that. And Tamer, what's going on? Good to see you. T-Doc. Wow, what a dip buy on this one today, guys. Really surprised me on this too. So Kathy got lucky on this one. She bought a bunch yesterday, then gapped down, and it was right back in it again here today. So again, a lot of volume at the open on the dip buy. This was tricky, right? But you had these pre-market pivots right here. And you got to go to the lower term time frames and see if you can get some relative strength at the open. You did. Right, here's a 5-minute chart here with a nice reversal candle off the pivots, inside 5, and then just kind of climbed its way up there. So really nice stuff there on T-Doc. Now long term, tricky, right? So it's a nice candle right there, but it's still got a lot of levels it's got to clear, but at least it recovered off of that earnings move. So good stuff there. Great one. And I was saying, Square, we looked at that one here just a little bit ago. And Armando, good to see you. Let's take a look at Dow. How's Dow doing? It's doing okay here. It's still above the 80 MA with an inside day. Let's see if that... I like an increased volume inside day. That means it's building up a lot of energy, right? So here's another one here, too, inside day with increased volume. Boom, and it got a little bit of energy the next day with a nice gap up. So let's see if Dow's ready to make another move. And Upstart, let's take a look. Upstart just getting really tight, right? So we got this huge range right here. You got all this stuff it's got to get above, which is kind of corresponding with the cloud. So let's see if we get above the cloud with some volume on this one. In the meantime, it's just kind of range bound down here, but be a little cautious around this 80 MA. It's just kind of flat right now. So good stuff there. And then Apple, of course. So Apple with a nice beat on earnings, gave a pretty good dip buy at the open and then finished with a doji day, right? So this could actually still turn into kind of like a morning-ish star reversal. What I really like about this, guys, is how it bounced perfectly off of the geometric line here today. So that was pretty nice right here. We've got kind of a decent wave count on it, so it still keeps this wave count valid. This could be a sub wave 1, sub wave 2, and Apple could be starting on a wave 3 of 3 up. So definitely... or a wave 3 of 5 up. So definitely keep an eye on Apple, looking pretty good. And Samar, what's going on? Good to see you. Snow. So this is from our public game plan yesterday. We were expecting some upside follow through. We really liked the dip on this one yesterday. Just a beautiful drop base rally and then nice follow through to the upside here today. So again, this could get really strong if it breaks above all these recent highs, right? If it gets over this 272 area, Snow could really get going. So let's see if it has any more upside follow through going into tomorrow. Roku, let's take a look. Roku with an inside day today, right? Still actually kind of overall looking pretty good. Kind of looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4. It might be kind of like a 1, 2 here. So again, Roku still looks pretty decent. It might make another shot at all-time highs. Let's see if it can continue to show that upside action. And NVIDIA, again, holding its upward trend line too, holding its geometric line here. And again, let's see if it can break over these highs. I'd like to see it back over 200 with some volume. Would be nice. So cool stuff there. Wow, some great charts here tonight, guys. Some really exciting stuff this week with the earnings. Let's see what Amazon has in store for tomorrow. After that's done, all the big names, all the FANG names are done reporting, and we'll see how those go going into how that goes going into Friday. And Tamara, what's going on? Yeah, my pleasure. Before we close, just say Tesla. I know, yeah. So Tesla, I love it. So let's take a look at Tesla here. What's up, Tesla? So Tesla with an inside doji day today. So really tight range right here. Again, like I say, guys, it's hard for me to get bullish on this name until they come out with some sort of response to their Plaid meltdown. Until that happens, right? It's kind of like, okay, how do you really trust them, right? So it's kind of that type of thing. So, but once they clear the air on that, right, this thing could kind of get going again, right? As long as it's as long as they clear it, right? It might be down a little bit if it's negative, but then at least it's if they say they're working on it and all that stuff, then that's good, right? So we'll see where we go there from Tesla. But in the meantime, just in this choppy, sloppy range. So Tesla, so good stuff there. I appreciate it. Awesome, guys. Well, great chart request tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing how Amazon does tomorrow, and we'll be looking forward to a great trading day tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll see you bright and early here on YouTube for the Good Morning Market Prep video, where we put some ideas out there for the day, and hope everybody's going. See you then. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And we'll talk to you guys